We do. May I know the 702-772-3970, please? Hello? Okay.
Sorry?
Okay. Could you introduce me, your name? Hello? Okay. Good morning, everybody, and hi, Doug and John and everybody, Alex. So I'm very excited because we achieved one of our objectives, and the report will include diverse businesses, government entities, and non-profit organization. This is what I was looking for to get started, starting the exploration of circular economy based on this diverse business and organization in the view of non-profit organization, all to talk about in the report. This is really, we are a small team, but reflect the bigger picture, what we have. So I'm very happy, I'm excited, it's a lot of work. I will starting, you know me now, my mind works holistically. So I search for interdependency of practices, and then circular economy is holistic. So that it goes with my mind of how it works. So the report I have received, some is very lengthy ideas, and from others is very summarized. So I'm going to use the elements that is really necessary for this a very short report. It's a kind of introduction of circular economy and the businesses located in Nevada and their experiences. So that is a channel we want to conduct. We want to prepare the platform for the people, the public, to understand what is circular economy. So I will try to starting developing models so that we can use it to build on it, and then we can attract very good businesses too, because we select businesses, companies, big companies in Nevada to join us to create that stakeholders. That stakeholders is very important in this case, because they will collaborate the idea of circular economy, how we do things efficiently, because they are the owners of the idea. I mean, the idea comes, the money comes from them. So we, the public, also express our non-profit organization, my organization, John organization, a non-profit organization, and the government, some in the city of Reno, all that, the view is different, but they are enablers, the enablers of implementing circular economy. So I'm very excited. We are going to add another one for the asphalt recycling. This is very important. This is one of the area we are looking for. Lots of wasting there, lots of, if we don't do anything, there will be an accumulated of waste, this material. So that is also we are going to add in this team, and I have a meeting with him Friday, but I invited him to share me, and he sent me what I need to know for the report. So we include that. So the battery, that is one of the things, the 21st century technology. we are using so much, and then if we don't do something, our land will be covered by the used batteries. So this is relevant, very important aspect of circular economy. We emphasize that in the two so-called polluters. I mean, they are not, but so-called, the used asphalt and materials, and then and the battery is we need to limit it and to use a technology and encouraging technology and best practices, how do we convert it to usable form of materials. So that is very good. And the Clark County, they are working on this type of things. And there are lots of nonprofit businesses and recycling used oil, for example. That oil can be dumped somewhere, but they are limiting that waste. So we are doing an extraordinary things in Nevada. I'm very excited on it, my heart into it. So we will make the report very highly professional with a model. This is with you, and then we send it to the department. They accepted the model, the way we channel information from now on, and then we continue our work and attract more businesses. And I will use also my own grant from Google to share this type of information exists for circular economy. And I will starting by I'm working on the model. When I finished, I started putting together and how everything is around circular economy, the way we define it, the way the department initiates the idea, we link that, and then we plug each businesses into the model. So that's my what I'm visioning and what I'm working on it. And then we continue working a holistic approach and interdependency. Things are interdependent to each things. You know, my decision matter, the way you produce matter, the way you choose materials matters, and then the way I use a customer is matters. Everything is interrelated to each other. So that is my approach. After I finished it, I will work with Sam, and so we will edit it. We'll go through. We read, and then we send it to the team, so that the team will review it. You are free. I don't feel anything. I'm a very open-minded. I'm a learner. I'm explorer. That's in a short things. I'm explorer. I love to explore ideas. So your ideas, your feedback is very important for this report, because this is the foundation is to continue our work in circular economy and supporting businesses who's doing such type of things. So this is in my part I'm going to do. And the fact sheet will born from the report. But the fact sheet, mostly we focus on data, visualizing things, a small writing, but we visualize it. Just the number, the success, the dumping, or the waste, the number of waste, how much recovered, you know, that is to make a point. And then we try, if there is a calculation always online, to convert it to how much we saved, how much we improve in green gas emission, and how much cubic, I think it is the unit, and how much we do, we improve something, the air, the climate change thing. We will try to link it scientifically, which is a number, the formula. And if you have any calculation you use for your company to tell a story about your work to the public share with us, I will use the same formula because it should be consistent through their report, how we interpret the number. This is it. So I will finish it. I will start this week. I work with a couple of organization in research designing, and that is I do. So, and then working in data analysis and then all this stuff. So I will pause that. I take a break, I told them, and then I will focus. I need to focus on one thing when I do work. So I need to focus on this thing, and then I will share with you based on our calendar. I laid it out, I think, when was it? Yeah, so, oh yeah, so April 7, and maybe if it is too tight, maybe 10 Monday, I will do it. I will finish it, and then I will send to April, hold on, 7, yeah, 10. I'll do it 10, let me correct that, 10, and then with, because this is a holiday, is it a holiday? 10? April 10?
I think it is for some people. It's Easter Monday.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So anyway, I will send to Sam, and with Sam we will continue working on it, and then we will pass it to you in the 14. We share with you, and then send me everything what you think. And we are free. This is a collaborative work. We are a team together, and then together only we can promote this idea of circular economy. If there's no ego, there's no me. Really, I'm not an ego person. I love to share the knowledge, my exploration, my curiosity about the world is for you, and then you share with me, and we put it together. Okay. This is, I close my, and any question, and is open for discussion. Thank you.
Thanks, Esther. I hear an echo here. I want to share my screen quick. So something that from PSN side that we've just developed is a template for any documents. So to make it look professional, and we just got it made. So I'm going to share.
Excellent.
Can you guys see?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the cover, and we can change, like, the image in the background's changeable if we want to change that. But that way, you know, it looks really professional.
Yeah.
And so once we're done with getting the words right and the content right, I am more than willing to like load it up into this template. I did that for the organics group, Cody's group, where they did the roadmap for composting for decision makers. It looks really nice in that too. So I wanted to throw that out there, that has been made, and it is usable.
Thank you. That is, I was asking you at the end, what type of format we use. Excellent. The way I lay out, we together, we do it is the same thing as professional, you know, the executive and the time and everything. So that's very good. Thank you. Yeah, we need to do, this is a platform. So the platform should have the same format and logo and everything, so they become very valuable to share with and attract many businesses. Thank you. Please feel free, let's converse. This is very important time.
So I wanted to add something, and I don't know if this would be part of the report, but we're starting, or the roadmap, we're starting to put together basically trying to understand how we can utilize organic waste better in the region. And so we're having conversations about regional waste audit. And it seems like it's a lot more complicated than we had originally proposed. So we're in like very preliminary steps. but it would be helpful if we made some sort of mention of like, okay, that is in the works, and really trying to understand our organic waste better so that we can use it for energy production and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to add that in. I don't think that it's really detailed out in the part that I had added because this is fairly new.
I think most of the businesses, even Doug, I think there are some is in process so still we can mention it. We need it's as long we know the purpose of that particular initiative or program or project, as long as we know the purpose and what to achieve and the goal and everything, it's in the process. So it's better to mention it because the next report we can carry that idea to highlight it more. That is, send me that too, but you are included also in the report. Okay.
Sam, this is Alexia, and I'm not going to turn my camera on because when I do that, it just drops me. Sorry.
No worries.
But my company, I'm working on, and we're in the very beginning phases of something similar to what you're describing with organic waste, specifically woody waste. And I'm actively, working on building a coalition and understanding the federal and state regulations, as specifically as humanly possible in ways that they might need to change or adapt to a current reality. So, I don't want to take away from this discussion. I think this is an additive to this discussion, but that's an interesting topic. So if you and I can communicate, off the meeting about it, that would be great. And then maybe we can work together to provide something for Aster for the report.
Yeah, I think that sounds awesome.
Okay.
Excellent.
And from, I guess, a state perspective too, and just understanding waste, not even just at the Clark County level. When we put together the Sustainable Materials Management Plan, at the state level, we don't have waste characterization, at least for the municipal solid waste stream. So that's something we're looking at, figuring out how to get funding for so we could do it on a larger scale. So we can better understand the waste and find opportunities to either recycle better or find a better place for that material rather than the landfill. And I'm not sure if this would be for this document or a future one. And this goes to like Alexia's comment on like regs that are barriers to pretty much, a circular economy. Do we have like a list of, barriers to making a circular economy for these materials? Is that in this document at all? I can't remember. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I don't think that we did include it, and I think that we should point those out for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. And I'm, we're working on a list of barriers specifically to, regarding organic waste. So, what I come up with in the next couple of weeks, I would be happy to provide. Bree, I don't know, we're looking in a slightly different direction, but it all culminates in the circular economy mindset. So whatever I come up with, I'm really happy to share because that might help you guys and the rest of us have a clear understanding of how a lot of our organic waste is either just being burned or buried or taken to the landfill when they do have, uses that would be more beneficial.
Yeah, I want to throw something, any information about this type of things, send us because I can articulate it within the context of course circular economy. This is a very current knowledge. Now we're starting focusing on circular economy in thinking as in our so-called economy and a linear approach of economy. My area is economic development, and then I did economics, and then I understood that, and then I shift to sustainable development, and that is my graduate school, and then the holistic approach of interrelationship is coming into place as well. So you are right. Send anything. There is no limit. Send everything. We shuffle, we reuse, we reinvent, we remanufacture. All this is circular economy. That's why the circular economy is so vast. We need to be able to articulate it in a way that all this thing is to do what? To save the planet, to use energy efficiently. There is a common thing, 3-4 things I'm going to write, and under that articulation, we plug all our experiences. So please don't be limited. Send me wherever you have. It's very important. If you send me, please take your time in a day or two, because I will start everything, and then I won't focus the material in front of me. Thank you very much.
I do have a question, in terms of the report, and please forgive me if this is knowledge that I don't possess, but that's been shared. Are we going to be designing and writing these reports like quarterly or biannually, or is this just a one-off report, right? Because, there are a lot of new technologies that are coming online in the state that not only do the regulators, right, not necessarily understand how to regulate, but the technological innovators don't even quite understand, right, like what the implications are, because they're so new. So is this report something that will continually provide new ideas and new information for sustainable circular economy, or is this a one-time thing?
I want we continue our conversation, but I want to say something, and I will send you all the document, Alexia, because we need to focus on this thing. But just a few sentences I want to say. This is a project. It has a different phases. And then the focus is to be able to have a roadmap for circular economy. How to things, we pull stakeholders. So nothing is, we go with circular economy is technology, best practices. Every day we will come up with a new idea. So we will incorporate it in the report. As I said, this is a phase 1, exploratory. This is the foundation of our project. And then we will continue with the more big companies and other successful businesses in our state. We'll go with them too. So we learn more technology and application. Even in your company, they are working in a different technology too, which I have information. I'm going to include it. So I will send you, read all my emails. Every time I summarized what we have done before, so that we don't repeat. Say, please, I know you are busy and everybody is busy. I try to make sure that you have the summary of anything we have done before. This is a bigger picture we want to achieve. This is the phase 1. This is the second. I always repeating things under the email. Please check that, but I will send it to you. And then if not, we will talk together, and let me continue this conversation. It's relevant for the preparing this report. Thank you, Alexia. I appreciate that.
So, go ahead, John. You had your hand
John,
up.
yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just wanted to mention that there was a draft of the roadmap that was circulated earlier, and looked it over, and there is a discussion on examples of circular economic practices in Nevada, and it talked about the SMM framework, Sustainable Materials Management, right? And I thought I highlighted a few things, but one thing I noted is that in the bullet points below, I think that all looks good. I think that I would recommend that we think about reducing the need for extraction as part of that framework. I see a lot of emphasis on dealing with the back end, waste and so forth, which is very important. But I think that to achieve circularity, we need to address the front end as well. I think I would recommend that there be more emphasis on that. It's easier to have a circular economy, when you're reducing demand and so forth. But I just wanted to, if you're taking some input on that, I just noticed that piece there, and I had thought that might be a good goal also.
Thank you, John.
And this is Lakshmi Master. Kind of sort of along the same line, but continuing on what John said. As you know, our reusable Reno and also the PSN project that I'm leading really tries to deal with single-use packaging, single-use of anything pretty much, but specifically in food industry, that's the kind of can be highlighted there. And so I was thinking kind of maybe including a little piece about, how single use is so linear and it adds to the waste stream. And then the one proposal I had made, remember, about sort of a reusable renting library business idea, which of course still doing research on that, but basically hopefully getting local county or city governments to help setting up the basically containers, plates, utensils, whatever, like a library of sorts that people can check out, and then bring back. And so I was thinking of putting that. I don't know how it fits into this research paper, but just wanted to put that out there as a circular principles applied to this single use stream. Yeah.
I want to add something to John. I would send you, we did a presentation about circular economy and then based on the stage of the circular economy, and then the one is sourcing impact, from extraction. So that's why I'm so excited to have starting having a relationship with the mining industry. So we will converse with them. I do research, even they don't join us now, another one, but I will use the data and information, the technology they use, their best practices. I will draw that. For this, I want to, I work with government agencies and private business. All my work in the United States is consulting. So what I learned is understanding the businesses, how they function and the technology they use. We highlight that, and then also we write the shortcomings. So we will do that. Thank you very much. And for Lakshmi, there's a lots of document around in our single plastic stuff, and we will share with you. So okay, Brennan. Okay. So okay. So we will work with in the report, and then I'll contact you. I have lots of information about that in my Cambridge University, lots of things going on in Europe. I will share with you actually, and I'm planning to send it as resources for other businesses to use it as well. So I'm going to post it in my website, and then when I put together everything, so it will be a lot of interesting innovation and best practices in terms of what you said. Thank you, Lakshmi.
So I'm thinking, oh, I'm sorry. I think I spoke over somebody.
No, it's okay. I was just saying that if you were thinking about including how the single stream, the single use issue could be handled by this, and if you need anything from me from that sort of the renting library idea, that's what I was asking. So, or if what I'm trying to say, like, so what Reusable Reno is trying to do is trying to try to stop the single-use products, and then this business idea is to try to introduce circular economic principles by doing the renting and reusables, right? So I was just thinking about that. So that was my question.
Okay. Lakshmi, as we discussed before, send me anything which is relevant to this circular economy context, in the context of this circular economy. Send me, and then
have you seen the document? I updated the document directly. Maybe you haven't seen it.
No. You send me about your business. I like it. That will be included. But if you want to add about single use plastic and something, because this is part of the circular economy initiative, actually. So you can send me, and don't be reserved not to send me. It's better to have information more so that we can put together. This is a big effort to together we be able to articulate what is the knowledge there available to the public and for ourselves to know. So don't be shy, just send me. Thank you.
Okay.
So my thought is, and maybe this goes into a later phase, but really thinking about highlighting some of the successful business models across the US in circular economy. So I'm thinking about like Rent the Runway or ThreadUp or Imperfect Foods, or any one of those that have that good business model, and kind of also finding out what drove them to start the business where they did. Because that would help us, one of the things we want to do is provide incentives to new businesses to come here and be local, to diversify our economy and to have that more circular approach. So why did they develop in Silicon Valley? Why did they develop in Missouri? And what was the benefits of doing it there? And was it just like, we lived here, we were going to start it? Or was it because, they had really low taxes, or they paid me, or I could rent a space for $5 a month? Like, I don't know why a business would do that. So I think that if we could find all of us together, compile that like list of across the US companies that are doing that circular economy, and then start interviewing them. I don't know if that sounds like way too much for us to handle, but I think it would help us have those specifics to bringing people to the region.
One thing I want to share with you, I sent project to UNR, the undergraduate research program, community-based program. And then I did survey with the student and the professor, as I emailed you that. So I am planning developing the survey. When we finish the report, I'll send you for you to review it. Okay. And then we'll send it because it's the university. So we'll send it so that we can use. I will use a certain grant for to post it in Facebook. We used before Facebook for survey, so we use it for state of Nevada. We just or region by region, southern or northern or something, but we will send them that question. Just like you, I'm wondering always, people, do they know about circular economy? Even the concept we did for sustainability, people, they don't know. Yeah, everything is fragmented. So I learned from that. I did presentation for the public and for the department actually, and then for the state and the city and everything. I was surprised. I would share with you for everybody. I would send you the result of the analysis of the survey. So if that is, after I read the report, after we do everything, I will develop the survey question. I will send it to you for you, and then I will file with UNR and you will, hopefully they will accept and they will get grant and they will hire a student and the professor will supervise that work. So that is good because it's a university, and for us also we learn from the survey. That's thank you. That's good.
So
Any idea? I don't want to take over things. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that that survey gets out beyond the state of Nevada, just because, you know, I want to, even though there's obvious differences, but like, what drove you to start your business in those other places? I think that's a really important piece, because we have some businesses in Southern Nevada. I'm not sure about Northern, but we do have a few. But, you know, there's also some businesses that went under here, and, you know, understanding why they were successful in other places and why they went under here, like that would be helpful. So just, I think if we could do it broader, that would be helpful.
And to add on, Sam, and even if it's not appropriate for this group, from our end with NDP, one of the things we're struggling with too is, you know, it starts with the recyclers, like getting recyclers to use recyclable material to make things into the state. And so on our end too, we need to do that research too, of how do we bring them here to Nevada to do that. And you know, like you said, Sam, like why someplace else versus Nevada, and how can we make Nevada look better for them to come and start doing the businesses here? Or is there barriers, you know, like that we could change or lift? But I do like the idea, whether that's this report or we do a separate report with a different group. But I know from NDEP side, we'd be interested in you know, that's part of our, at least our bureau is interested in knowing that information.
And then one more thought is on Republic Services. They're building a polymer plant here. And I think that they should be part of the conversation at some point, because that's going to play a role in all of this.
Yeah, Esther, do you want me to connect you to Steve with Republic Services? Because they are building, if you go to their website, and I can find the link, they talk about a plastic polymer plant they're building in Clark County, so like making the little pellets. So that is one recycler that's going to be here in Nevada, and that helps with the circular economy as well.
Yeah, you please connect me, because that's as I want to tell you that after we finish this report, I'm focusing on the business part. That's my training in Cambridge. So I know more about the business, the in and out in the circular economy, sustainable model, you know, the model and why. So
yeah,
yes,
I'm glad we have you on the team for that.
Exactly. So that one is I'm outlining some of proposal to write and then just to UNLV, we can send it to UNR, whatever the institute. Just we need people. We need people on that. So, but yes, that is my interest, actually, more the business part of it, the circular economy business model. And I have knowledge on that, so learn. Okay, let's, is there any idea, Doug? You didn't say anything today. Okay. I didn't know that 702-772-3970. Who is that person? Hello?
It's Kimberly from Renault Oil.
Oh, hi, Kimberly. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Esther?
Good, good. Oh, thank you. Okay, you are here. I was looking for you, so I didn't know the number. That's why the phone number.
Yeah, this is me. This is me.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything you can add? Anything? Anything? Well, we are not limited people to know. You open the brain. Okay.
Well, regarding circular economy, within our company, what we tend to do, we're more of a within like circularity itself. That's more of like donation-wise, like from the properties that because we manage most of the properties on the strip. So anything that comes out of those properties that's donationable, that's what I kind of work with. Like I make sure to get that out back into the community, and if it's not usable within the community, we recycle it within somewhere in the property. Regarding the waste that comes out of there, I'm not sure if all of you have heard from me before. We have recycling docks set up on each property here on the strip, and we have manual workers sorting through everything. And so those waste materials that we manage to separate, we end up selling them out to separate companies, and then they use them for whatever else they can use them for. So, I mean, within circularity, it definitely would be something to be able to figure out a way to make some of the materials that we have into something else, whether we can find a company here locally to create something else that can go back into the community, or I'm not sure.
That your phone is really, it's not clear for me. I couldn't, hear you all. Can we chat afterwards? I mean, I will call you.
Yeah, that can work. That works.
Okay, I will call you and then we'll chat. Okay, thank you very much. And I will share with the team also. But I like your company. They achieved a lot, and this is part of an exciting, successful businesses, which is circular economy, sustainable businesses. So this is one of the example, by the way.
Yeah, we're glad to be here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Esther?
Oh, yes.
Just, can you tell me what Kimberly's company does? Because I couldn't actually hear either. I was just, I mean, I'd like to hear more for sure.
Okay, I forgot. They collect oils, used oil from the hotels and all the casinos and all that. That is, they convert it to usable energy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an extraordinary, it's a very interesting company. I'm really fascinated about it, actually.
Mm.
So it's just something really, really we need to share with the public.
Is it easier to hear me like this?
Yeah.
This is Kimberly. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So what Renew Oil does, we work with all of the properties on the Las Vegas Strip. We have recycling docks set up at each property, and we have recyclers at each dock that sort through all the garbage, and we pull all of the recyclables out. Anything that's waste, we usually call Republic Services to go on and pick up. Food waste, we deliver food waste out with Republic Services to a farm outside of Vegas. I can't remember the name, I'm blanking on it, but that has ended up, we reuse that into compost. Regarding the oil, we filter all the oil, most all oils on the Vegas Strip as well. And whenever that oil has reached its end of life use, we convert it into biodiesel fuel or into biogreen fuel. And we actually use that to use into our trucks. And we help use it into the Republic Service trucks as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly. Is there anything more conversation? Okay. So very good timing. Thank you. Anything you need? Oh, one thing I want to tell you, and I'm glad I didn't forget, is anything policy, regulations, anything implication, idea you have, please share with me. We need to include in the report. That part is missing. We don't have, everybody's explaining what they do, but I want that conversation. Some they said actually, but if we have this, if with this type of policy we could do this, so something like that. Please, could you send me that thing based on your businesses? Any policy implication idea?
So kind of like what we were talking about earlier, barriers, policy barriers, I guess, to the circular economy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Send me that, because I need to have from everybody that just, or you, yeah, just even articulating the barrier is enough. We can draw idea to the policy or something. We'll brainstorm together to create policy. That is the right way to approach it, actually, because we need to know the barrier. If this is a barrier, to solve this barrier, we need to have to have this. So send me that barrier, and then I learn from you that you should know that. Okay, the barrier, and then this is a solution, or this is a way we approach it. This is create this type of pave the way to do this, because it can be transitional, a bridge of understanding things, regulations. It can be regulation, it can be anything. So send me that, please, anything barrier from you. I need that part so that we accomplish one of our objectives. And then after that, just writing and giving to the department, passing the report. Okay.
Aster, question about those barriers. So we developed like a chart that's implementation challenges, but it's for our entire plan. So it's not just the circular economy stuff, it's the GHG reduction stuff, the transportation stuff, all of that. Mm-hmm. Do you think that would be helpful? So it's basically, we have implementation challenge and then solution that we've identified through All In.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For example, okay. To tell you frankly, this type of work, it requires having a structure, a form, a checklist, and a question, if that will help us to learn. So each individual send me, I will send to everybody this question or a chart or a table, something like that. Think about your problem, your barrier in your organization, and what you think the solution would be. Okay. And then we articulate it in terms of policy, in terms of to articulate it in terms of policy, we go back to research, because we need to know if other people's doing it and how they do it. So if we have time, we'll do it. If not, we'll come up with idea, or Brennan said, just identifying the barrier. So Sam, could you send me that table?
Yeah.
Just I will send to everybody, and then that will help to brainstorming.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. This is wonderful. Yeah, we are doing an excellent job today. I was excited. I'm telling you, when I wake up, I said, we did it, you know. It is okay. It takes time, but we have a great people, new people and everything. I'm happy. I'm happy for small things, so don't copy me. So good. Is there anything we can add? Way of thinking? I believe in thinking. I believe in exploring new ideas. There is nothing is wrong and small or big, and everything is good for, so that we can grow through this and articulate. It's good for your businesses too, approaching in a very articulated fashion and framework. That's I'm sharing also by leading this project is that for a long time I have learned that in Switzerland, and it was interesting approach of things, seeing things. So we dare to ask, we dare to share what we know, we dare also to explore. There is nothing is wrong. Thank you. So Sam, will you send me? Okay, let me put together everything what we have discussed. We explore how our report would be in the approaches, and responsible first is me and work with Sam. And second is the department already had a good format. So after we sent to Brennan, and she will convert it into that format. So we don't have to worry about the format, but we approach it, of course, a professional writing report to the executive and this and that and that. So I need one another person to closely to see, to write the executive summary, because that person is a different eye, is a different brain. So I love that. We do when I work with the consultants, we leave it the executive summary to another person to write it, because I thought this is a very interesting thing. So anyone want to participate with us, refining the idea of this wonderful report? We have spent our time here, valuable time, to share knowledge. So please let me know. I'm expecting from you that. Third, everybody is now, some will send us that barrier table and solution, probably sharing their what they think, policy implication or solution or regulation or approaches, or also you can write about collaboration. That is very good. This is strategic approach. That is what we are doing, so that policy implementation, collaboration needs and regulations and other thing, or knowledge creation, something you can write, and then I can also add into it, and I will work with you also directly, so I don't mess up your idea, because you are a different brain and you work. I'm a different brain, so I'm good at it. I don't mess up people's idea. So thank you. Now we did that. So I think this is what we have discussed. Yes. Okay. Thank you. It is a beautiful day. I felt fulfilled. I know you do too. You fulfilled. Now, when we see the report, we feel it good. And then we are energetic to go beyond. And Sam, as she said, we will start in searching. We develop categories, and then we search stakeholders with the different categories. That's very important, who are very relevant for this work to continue. Okay. Is there anything you want to add? I missed something. Thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.